And the First Minister's problem is that this isn't an isolated case. There is a pattern here of a majority SNP government steamrolling through its plans without any heed for rational or reasoned argument. And it's not just on corroboration. It's not just on offensive behaviour at football. Worst of all, it is named person legislation imposing upon every single child and young person a state-appointed guardian, stripping resource from those who need it most and interfering in family life for everyone. This First Minister has already delivered a U-turn on her predecessor's plans on corporation tax. She's U-turned on a new women's super prison. She's now done the right thing and U-turned on corroboration. Families are asking her on named person, will she do the right thing and U-turn on this too?
First Minister.
I think Ruth Davidson has just demonstrated there why some people out there in the general public become so cynical about politics and politicians. When a government presses on with a plan, it's described as steamrollering. When we take the chance to listen and reflect and admit that we might not have got everything right, it's described as a U-turn. Actually, what we've done is the responsible and sensible thing. And Ruth Davidson's characterisation of the SNP government's approach to the issue of corroboration here is simply not borne out by the facts. If we had been determined to push ahead, regardless of the concerns that had been raised, the abolition of corroboration would have been done by now. It would already have been law. The fact that it's not proves the fact that we have taken the time, firstly under Kenny McCaskill, to set up the Bonamy Review, and now under Michael Matheson to act responsibly on that Bonamy Review. And on the named person, Ruth Davidson cannot go on describing things that are democratically passed by a majority of this Parliament just because she doesn't agree with them is somehow against the democratic wishes of the country. The named person legislation is about making sure we are doing everything in our power to protect vulnerable children. I stand by that legislation. I will continue to stand by it, and I will continue to make sure I lead a government that does everything in its power to make sure the most vulnerable children in our society have the protection that they deserve.